by Tyler Childers is going to be played in standard tuning, and it comes out of a G formation. The strumming pattern will be, that's like a down, 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 up, down, 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 up feel. And a lot of those, the beginning of each round will kind of be alternating between two notes to give a two beat bass feel, like down, 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 up, and then the next down will be a different string that's open, down, down, up, and then back to a root, down, down, up, down, down. And there I'm going between the 6th string 3rd fret and the open 4th string D note. So that feel is happening across all the chords. So the intro though, you're going to come into the G chord by starting with your first finger on the 6th string 2 fret. You'll hit that and then immediately, very quickly, hammer on with your 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret. So hear that? And then after you hammer on with your 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, you need to have the rest of the G chord ready to go. So I've already got my ring finger on the 2nd string 3rd fret and my pinky finger on the 1st string 3rd fret. One thing about how I've seen Tyler Childers play this in videos, sometimes he plays a more traditional G chord, sometimes he plays this G with the ring finger on the B string 3rd fret, and so that's the way that I'm playing it in the intro of this, and that's the way that I'm going to teach it. You can play a traditional G with the B string open if you want to. So anyway, you're going to come into that G note, and then you'll hit the open 4th string, and then after hitting the open 4th string, you'll hammer on with your first finger to the 4th string 2nd fret, and then open it back up, 4th string again, and then you'll hammer on to the 5th string 2nd fret, and then hit the open 4th string again, and you get a feel like this. And then back into the G chord. So that's the first little bit of this riff. And then on the second round, whenever you're going back into the G, that's already starting the round again, and then you've got a quick little set of pickup notes where he hits an open 5 string, and then while leaving his ring and pinky fingers intact, hammers on to the 5th string 1st fret with his first finger, and then hammers on to the 5th string 2nd fret with his 2nd finger, so you get a quick, and then hit the open 4th string after that, and that comes together like this. And then you'll repeat the same hammer on from before of hammer on to the 4th string 2 fret, and then into the 5 string 2 fret hammer on. So to get us caught back up, we've got after hammering on to the 5 string 2 fret, you'll then go with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 3 fret, the C note, but it will just be for one note. You're going to hit it as a lead-in to a D chord. So you'll hit 5 string 3 fret and then go into a D chord. I've got my first finger on the 3 string 2 fret, ring finger still on the 2 string 3 fret, and now my 2nd finger gets pulled back to the 1 string 2 fret, strumming from the open 4 string down. And then you'll repeat the same hammer on after this D chord of hammering to the 4 string 2 fret, opening back up the 4th string, and then hammering into the 5 string 2 fret, and then back to the open 4th string. So you've got and then back into the G chord. After you hit the G chord again, you'll then immediately go back into this little flourish of hammer-ons, going open 5, 5-1, 5-2 with your 1st and 2nd fingers, and then hitting the open 4 string behind it, and then Tyler hits the still fretted 5 string 2nd fret where his 2nd finger is out. So far we've got for this next part. After that B note, you go back up into the D chord, and then back down in the G chord. And it ends with a hammer-on the 4th string 2 fret, opening back up the 4th string, and then back into the G chord. And this is where the verse starts. And in the verse, pretty much for every G, you'll hear that little lead-in where he moves his 1st finger to the 6th string 2nd fret, hits it, and then hammers on with his 2nd finger to the 6th string 3rd fret, before then hitting the open 5 string and hammering on his 1st finger to the 5 string 2 fret inside of the G chord, and then that just alternates. Or does that in G, and then comes up to the D chord and does the same thing where in the D chord he'll be hitting the open 4th string and then lifting up his 1st finger, exposing the open 3 string, and then hammering his 1st finger back down on the 3 string 2nd fret, then going back into the G chord. Moving between the G and the D chords, he hits a quick C note as well. Listen to this. So in the G chord, you get the hammer on to the 5 string 2nd fret, and then that repeats a few times. Before you go to the D chord, you'll go with your 2nd finger to the 5 string 3rd fret for 1 note, and then open to the D chord. And that little move from the C to the D happens pretty much every time that the D is gone to in the verse or in the chorus. And then at the end of the chorus, you go back to the riff of except for this last time in the D, Tyler goes before leading back into the G chord. The way that you do that is in the D chord, you'll hit the D chord and then hammer on with your pinky finger to the 3 string 4 fret, and then hit it again and pull off your pinky finger to where your 1st finger still is on the 3 string 2nd fret, and then pull off your 1st finger to expose the open 3 string, and then go back into the G chord. So those are the chords, the movements, and the progression to Matthew by Tyler Childers. Hopefully this gives you an idea of how to approach the song.